Hello, hello, everybody. It's me, nary a care, criminal cat girl extraordinaire, and we. Oh, shit, 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 shit. Shit, shit, shit. I don't know why my music wasn't working. Was my. God damn it. Anyway, anyway, I am. I am joined by three intrepid lancers. Say hi, intrepid lancers. All right. So, we will. We've only got half a crew today, but because I won't be able to run next week, we'll be going ahead anyway. I might do some one-off streams or makeup streams with the rest of the crew later on to get them caught up. But if we would go down the if we would all like to introduce ourselves and the characters we'll be playing, starting with a certain bird that I know who missed last week, or last session. Yeah, he's investigating the mystery of his brother's death. Kylisa, I believe you are next. Would you like to introduce yourself and your character? Didn't we kind of talk about it last time? And yes, because you weren't here. Anyway, let's go on to the last Lancer we have for today, our third player, last but certainly not least, our beloved little ball of chaos, Retro. Would you like to introduce yourself and your character? Yeah, she almost accidentally hit a civilian house with her missiles when their guidance systems were scrambled because yeah, she wasn't aiming for the house. Anyway, so who wants to do a recap? You weren't here. You know what? I'll do the recap. I'm the game. I'm
How about I do the recap?
You don't. You're not even playing, Lexi. By the way, I think I'll just do a more in-depth recap. So, what happened was Michelle Kaspersky left Evergreen on the prompting of this mysterious Calypso, an old friend of Michelle Kaspersky's, um uh, who she had escorted to Hercynia during the quarantine way back when. Um uh and what happened was, while they were on their way, they found that all the farming and construction subalterns had been hijacked by this strange, very old electronic warfare frame from the days of SecCom. And it was sending out a broadcast that was hijacking and weaponizing all these civilian agricultural frames. And this led to a fight against all these unmanned drones and frames, like threshing equipment, logging equipment, like basically just the farming and logging robots, welding equipment. Yeah. All as the broadcast was sending messages of, notice, do not resist, and like shit like that, with everybody. Yeah. Yeah, it sounded like Shodan from fucking, from System Shock. Everybody
Where did you
really
learn to fly?
Everybody really pitched in to help defeat the broadcast. When Ratcatcher was grappled by a logging drone gone rogue, Rook sniped the thing with his big shiny new sniper rifle, instantly obliterating it and saving Ratcatcher. Babushka did her tech wizardry and was able to shut down a lot of the subaltern swarms and forcibly relocate them and send them away in order to clear a path to the farm so they could rescue people. Jetstorm fired a lot of missiles at this strange broadcasting chassis, which of course jammed them and scattered them, and some of those explosions got a little close to the house, but Jess eventually did help defeat the broadcast. Her assault rifle aim was much better than her guidance systems with her missiles. And finally, I think it was Bust it was either Bust or it was Ratcatcher that finally put their sword through the broadcast's core and finally brought it down. After which, you all found a strange black box, a Sino that was inside the broadcast's wreckage that you identified as Sinosure. Don't know what it is, don't know what it does, but you have it, and it's still apparently somewhat active, even though it's no longer part of a transmitting frame. You also met with Maggie Chow, who is another one of Babushka's old friends. You met with Maggie Chow, her wife Wei Yi, her trans-masked son Albert, and Albert's wife Nora. And they were glad you rescued them. And you also talked with Maggie Chow. This thing that you saw with the broadcast reminded Babushka a lot of something that happened the first time she went down to Hercynia, violating the curfew on the planet along with Calypso and Maggie Chow, when you went to the polar region of the planet known as the Absolute Dead Zone, and Calypso had plugged into something in order to determine this paracausal anomaly that was happening here, and whatever that something was, it fried her brain and killed her. And soon afterwards, all the military-grade frames that were around suddenly activated and came to life on their own and attacked you both. And you don't know what caused that, but what happened here on the Chow farm had echoes of that. This recap's already going on for a bit too long, so I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna wrap it up as quickly as possible. Michelle kind of stormed out because she had gotten pretty emotional, pretty upset, by this whole past revisiting her. Another thing you found out, though, is it was believed that the Greytowners who live outside Evergreen's jurisdiction, like the Chows, were the ones getting the worst of the attacks from the Rangers, the strange chitin armored people that you've previously fought. The Chows, however, said that the Rangers have been leaving them alone and that they've been sticking to the mountains around Evergreen and not really bothering the Greytowners. You also found, with a little investigating, that the broadcast was still giving out old Union-era Second Committee Union-era codes, and it identified itself as being of Union. Specifically SETCOM. So, now that do you want to still talk to the Chows a bit more, or do you want to head back to Evergreen? I will say that after all the stuff you guys have done, clearing the landing bowl, capturing the sniper, and now stopping those rogue subalterns, you do have a little moment to breathe a little bit. The situation around Evergreen has stabilized somewhat. They did. They... We can be... I'm asking you guys where we're at. You can stay with the Chows for a bit more, in which case I'll activate that scene. Or you can head back to Evergreen. I will say, even if you're not heading back to Evergreen right away, you're gonna be going back there. And just put on some music. So, on the specific frame, not a lot of information is publicly available. Much of the old SETCOM era weaponry was either highly classified or data on it was lost or corrupted over the years. You do know that this type of weapon was something that was likely developed on Hercynia with the intention of being tested against other human transmissions and machinery of SETCOM's enemies. And that this specific pattern that the broadcast followed was of an electronic warfare frame type that has since been codenamed Spite. Spites are not always automated, and they are increasingly manned, especially in the days of the fall of SecCom. But what their capabilities were in those early SecCom days, because the newer spites do not run autonomously, and their capabilities are not on par as to what the older spites were capable of. What they could do and the specifics of their code, their design, that's still largely an unknown. It actually was manufactured by GMS. GMS is basically the state manufacturer for Union, and that goes all the way back, even to the days of SecCom and before that even. In fact, it was on Hercynia where the mechanized chassis were first developed by GMS, including members of what would later become Harrison Armory, for use on Hercynia, and later to be tested on Hercynia for future use against quote unquote insurgent radicals, which in SecCom lingo is just people who hate fascism. So we're still at the Chow farm. I'll switch the scene over for you. I'll just do it for now. It takes like 2 seconds. Will do. Hey, you know, even with everything that's happened, I wouldn't let you down. I find out anything about Calypso, you'll be the first to know. Promise. As you are loading up into your mech, you see Wei Yi Chow sort of looking out over the wreckages of all the subalterns across the farm, and she'll be like, and she's just cursing and like, it's gonna take weeks to clean all this up. Stupid machines. Well, like you almost blew up our house? No, thank you. Get out of here, you little whippersnapper. Go back to your big, fancy walled city. Thanks for saving our asses, but learn to aim with your gosh damn missiles. You get a sense that Wei Yi is like the cranky one of the couple. Because she's an old lady. What, are you something you don't like about my voice? This is just how I sound. Emperor's New Groove. Yes? Yup, I did notice. Cause Butch lesbian. That is true. Carabiners are a lesbian symbol at this point. Hold on. I should, Okay. Go for it. Roll it. 14. Oh shit! I forgot to unmute. Sorry. I forgot to unmute.
So, who's been muted? Us or
You guys, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god!
Listen.
We've been muted how long?
Yeah.
Wait. Have I been muted? Like, did my part get heard?
No, nobody's part got heard. I'm so sorry.
hell?
I'm sorry. Listen. You can all throw rocks at me. I will.
Okay, everybody throw rocks at her.
I'm so sorry. So, yeah.
Pochi will forgive you if you give Pochi one of your hair.
You missed. I can't believe my chat missed you guys laughing at the Yzma voice.
Pochi demand one Neri hair, and then Pochi will forgive Neri.
That's fine. I got a lot of hairs. I'm a very hairy lesbian.
Right.
I'll give you a tail hair. How about that?
Do I have to redo our scene?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Basically, what happened, all that happened was, Babushka asked, Maggie Chow to let her know if she found out anything about Calypso. And then Wei Yi Chow just grumbled about the mess on the farm, and Jetstorm offered to, like, hey, I'll blow up the mess on the farm, and then you won't have to, and just turn the whole farmland into one giant crater if you want. And
then Yzma told her no.
Yeah, Wei Yi Chow did not like that idea.
Oh, it's a good idea.
So, you're all going back to Evergreen?
Yeah.
I mean, Rook would like to stay and help, but he feels that by association, he's guilty too.
Yeah. So, as you all start heading back to Evergreen, you do get a ping on your comms saying that Patience wants to see you about what just transpired at the Chow farm.
Oh shit! No one say anything.
Wait, what now? Say that again.
Patience wants to speak with everybody about what just transpired at the Chow farm. It appears
I cut off the channel.
So you're not gonna go see Patience?
Fuck no.
Not yet.
That's gonna dig.
It's okay if I have Rook talk to Babushka?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Alright, he opens up a secure channel to ask Babushka this. How does Patience know about everything that transpired?
Probably drones.
Well, that's friendly.
Radio towers. Probably has his own spy network.
I will say, it was probably all the gunfire and explosions coming from that direction.
We did kind of make a scene.
No, y'all made a scene, not me.
So then,
someone almost blew up a civilian house.
Not on purpose, thank you very
And
much.
someone nearly got cut in half until I had to save their ass. So, I guess drinks are on her then.
Wait, whose ass got saved?
Rat catchers.
Oh.
Ratcatcher just kind of sighs and is like, fine, I'll treat you guys at the bottom of the well.
Fuck yeah, I need a drink. I'm ordering the whole bar.
You think I'm just gonna have pineapple juice? I don't know, just something
Pussy!
alcohol doesn't sound like fun to me right now.
Pussy!
I know what you are, but what am I?
Neri, can I make a roll?
What's your roll?
I want, like, music to start blaring and what is Retro's character's name?
Jess or Jetstorm.
Jess.
I want it to just start blaring, like, annoying music in Jetstorm's cockpit.
Oh, you fucking ass.
You're gonna try and hack the speakers of expropriation?
Yes. Because I do not appreciate her calling someone a pussy over them choosing not to drink.
Alright, roll for hacker fix.
Okay. God,
God, we are certainly a band of idiots.
You're a band of idiots.
You're literally part of our band.
God.
It's about I want to use my new toys. Should I use my new toys on,
Your new toys? This would be a non-combat roll, so I'm gonna say it's a...
No, it's a combat roll. I'm starting combat.
Motherfucker.
Can
No,
we
I
not do
won't.
PvP, please? Can we not? I don't want to run PvP.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Don't let me have any fun, Neri. I just
Oh,
wanted
no.
to use my puppet system.
Oh, God.
I'll blow you up.
It's like, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
I'll shoot
You
the
could,
missiles
you
at
could
you.
probably... I think
No, don't
puppet
give
system.
ideas.
I think puppet system controls movement, not
Can I get at
attacks.
least a D6 for accuracy?
No.
What is your bonus to hacker fix?
4.
Then you roll with a +4.
Fine.
That is a dirty 20. What annoying song starts playing over
What
the
Jetstorm's
fuck?
speakers?
Wait. What's that new ability of mine?
Don't you... I swear, Kai.
Which
I
one?
swear to fucking...
Trying to find it. That I recently got. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Empath?
Yeah. I can't seem to find it.
Anyways,
I might have
play,
to help you level up then.
I start playing
Bring
Baby
your
Shark.
levels into the thing.
You are pure evil.
What's she playing?
Baby Shark.
Oh my god.
You are
So,
pure
Jess.
evil. Pure evil.
Jess, over your comms, all throughout your cockpit starts blaring, Baby Shark do 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 do, Baby Shark do 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 do, Baby
You're
Shark do
evil.
do 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 do, Baby Shark.
Abuska, I'm gonna kick your ass.
You just see like a Matroska doll on your screen saying,
Would this count as a war crime?
Don't be a jerk.
It's
don't be a
Definitely
jerk.
some kind of crime.
I'm gonna kill the old woman, I swear.
I think it
Yeah,
counts.
for some reason it still has me stuck at license level 0.
Okay, we might have to update your... So I think after stream, I will delete and re-import your new leveled up character.
Okay.
But we'll do that after stream.
Alright, because I was wondering if I could use my empath ability to help Jess survive the baby shark.
Help me.
Let me see what Empath does, because it's usually a combat ability that you can do.
Yes, but I think if we're already using what we're doing, I think we can stretch
No, I think we should
what's
just
going
move
on.
on.
Fun.
No!
Aw.
So your
No, I'm
ability
not.
to sense the subjectivities of others grants you an uncanny ability to predict your allies' actions, guiding them with your influence. And what that does is that character is if an allied character in line of sight makes a skill check, attack, or save, then that character may choose not to roll. Instead treating their check, attack, or save as if they had rolled a 10 on the d20, and you can do that once per scene.
So, in other words, I would only be able to assist in the baby sharking.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are evil. Y'all are evil.
Look, there is
What'd I
no
do?
shame in choosing to not drink. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't do
As
anything.
Babushka takes a whisk of vodka.
I'm gonna.
God, I love this group. They're all so...
Y'all evil.
Once again,
We're
Jess is
also
being messed
stupid.
with.
Fucking, this is the second time in the damn road. What the fuck is going on with my luck?
All right, so you're all heading
I
to.
do wonder, what's Jess's level up been?
Jess.
Don't say anything.
Jess took
Nothing.
Well, I will go over your
Rockets,
levels up.
lots and lots of rockets.
I will go over all of your.
Yeah, it'd be actually useful for the especially if they're fans of the system already. Maybe we should even discuss what we chose for our license.
I'm about to get into a scene with that as you all bring your frames back over to the hangar where you see that Castor Fielding is awaiting on you, and he looks at all your frames is like well, looks like y'all been in a scrap.
Could
One
say
might
that.
say that.
Yeah. I can get these fixed up for you. No problem.
No.
And you're all going to be able to get a full repair in during your downtime as your both yourselves, if you want to help, but also Castor Fielding fixes up all the damage you took and restores your core powers and everything.
Nice, nice, nice. What a swell guy.
Yeah, Castor Fielding's a bro.
I offer to pay for the service in some way. Is that a thing I can do?
Castor Fielding looks at you and it's like, huh, no need. Already getting paid by patients for all this.
That's fair. Patience isn't having you make any modifications, is he?
Nothing that you don't specifically ask for and have a license for, nope.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. Is there anything, what would be the equivalent of, let me pull up my character sheet here.
Yeah.
Is there a skill for, like, reading people?
And there is. Let me look it
Maybe
up.
stay cool? Or investigate?
I think hold on. Let me look real quick. I think read a situation would be what that is. Look for subtext, motive, or threat in a situation or person. Use your intuition to learn someone's motive, learn who's really in charge, or who is about to do something rash or stupid. So yeah, that would... Read a situation would be the skill for that. If there's another skill with a bonus you have in it to use for this, I will let you roll with that bonus. You just have to justify its use to me and convince me.
I'm gonna say would stay cool because, like, so with stay cool, right? You know, you have to
do
stay
something
cool
that
under pressure and
requires
stuff.
concentration, speed, or intense precision under pressure. Like, picking a lock as your squad trades fire, avoiding a hostile mimetic code while hacking a secure console, carefully disarming an explosive, or unjamming a gun under fire.
Okay, maybe not.
If you've got to do something complicated in a high-stress situation without messing up and possibly not even breaking a sweat, this is the action to use. It's a stretch, but you know what? I might allow it.
Okay, cool. Just because I want to see if he's lying. Or no, I could say it's survive as I'm trying... Never mind.
Let me try investigate.
Sure, you can do investigate.
Yeah.
He just seems like he's just a soft...
He's the most trustworthy guy I ever met.
He's just a
Alright, can I do
beer-bellied
investigate?
man smoking cigarettes.
Oh, what a sweet guy. Simple man.
So I already rolled? Or
No, you did not roll. Babushka rolled.
can I roll now?
You can roll now. What is your plus to it?
+2.
So that's 10. That is actually kind of a success, because you get half. Enough to tell you that, yeah, he's on the level. And actually, even an investigation on your frames would be able to tell that they hadn't really been modified from what you guys had landed with. He's just been fixing them up.
Okay, cool. Never even thought. I should have thought to check the mech.
Mm-hmm. And, I will say that as Caster Fielding starts to get to work on your mechs, you, Babushka, get a ping on your over the OmniNet from your comms. And it's a message that travels through blink space rather than Legion space, like most electronic messages.
Oh, well, what?
Yeah.
Who the hell is contacting me from blink space?
You know her.
How'd she not like this?
It's it is a message that reads Calypso, and it says, "Hey, good work on saving the chows from those nasty robots. Here's a little something for you to play with. Have fun." And attached in the message is downloadable lines of code meant to be used in the electronic warfare suites of Horus pattern mechs. Can be applied to other mechs, including your GMS Chomo Lungma, but what you have essentially been given from Calypso is a Goblin license. A single level in Goblin license.
How'd she do it?
Can I try to track the message?
Sure.
Okay. I'll go hack and fix for that as well, probably, right?
Sure thing.
No, at the moment Neri said there was a message sent through a different space and everything, I was like, ah, damn it, I know it.
182. Well, I thought Calypso was on the planet, so that's why I'm a little weirded out. But
No, like I knew it was gonna be a
it
horror
could also
snack.
be a proxy.
So, it is Calypso's unique code or signature or whatever. It is coming from the planet. What is odd about it, however, is that you are able to track it perfectly, although, goddamn, it is not easy to trace the signal. What's even weirder is that it's coming from 2 places at once.
Okay.
One is same region, where you last saw Calypso alive. The absolute dead zone at the far northern pole at the planet. The other is on another continent on Hercynia, across the ocean from where Evergreen is, near a region that your map data has marked as Saint Tellus. Saint Tellus.
Okay.
And Calypso's signal is coming from both of these places at once.
Interesting. Thank you, Neri. I will use that information later.
Another signal goes off, and and this one pings on Jetstorm's phone device.
What?
It is not from Calypso. It, in fact, is...
It's like that hussy better not be cheating on me.
It is not from Calypso. In fact, you can see that it is actually a corporate message with the emblem of a yellow lotus flower from Smith Shimano. And it says, "Congratulations, Lancer Pilot. ID code," and it lists your ID code. Jess, call sign Jetstorm. You have, in recognition for your services to our subsidiary company, Landmark Colonial, you have been selected in a lottery to receive a license level of Smith Shimano's patented long-range guided artillery frame Monarch chassis. Enjoy your new weapons and systems. Signed, and it's like got the name of like a Smith Shimano rep, like Kurosawa. You don't know who he is. It's like a little squiggle, but it's like very corporate lingo.
Oh goddamn it! I'm running with corporates now.
Not everyone can be friends with the Eldritch Horror hacker group.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And
Okay.
fuck, where's that bit in the book that says what it would say for? That what it would say for the
Brooks.
yeah. Okay, I see how to, oh, for Rooks, you actually also get, a ping, and this one is much more short and to the point. It is from the Armory. And, the Armory being one of the groups of people that the Armory being descended from former SecCom loyalists who fled during the Civil War. And all that this email says is a license level for an artillery frame, and a couple, not a complete frame, but assets assets and systems attached to a Harrison Armory super heavy artillery frame that that often fitted a gun that is usually meant on the spinal weapons of capital ships, and it just says for post-escalation environmental testing, and that's it.
Rook's only reaction is to think, I'm going to use this thing for parts and parts only.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. He's going to turn the deep striker looking motherfucker into some parts for his mech already.
Yeah. Also,
congrats to the whole one Gundam nerd besides me who knows what the deep striker is.
Yep. And I would like everybody to give me either a spot or an investigation check.
Investigation.
Sure.
Let me do it. So just roll, right?
Yeah, just roll.
Oh!
I got a 22.
Well, you both notice
Passed.
that there is someone watching you in the hangar, and they're spying on you. But because you rolled so high, they're not hiding as well as you think they are. They're also a rather small individual. Like, child-sized.
The child.
I take a look. Are they a child?
They are a child.
Okay. I go back to what I was doing.
Am I noticed? Did they notice me? I just got noticed, didn't I?
No, you did not get noticed, little child, is all Rook could say.
Oh crap, I'm talking to myself.
Yes, you are talking to yourself, is all Rook could say in response. It seems he doesn't know how to interact with kids, but he's trying to dumb himself down enough to...
Why are you talking?
Kid.
Why are you talking like that? That's weird.
Like what?
Yes, he is.
What?
So you guys are Lancers, right?
Yes.
You fought the bad guys?
Yes.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, that's so cool! That's so cool that you fought the bad guys. Hi, I'm Sean Yu. I want to be a Lancer when I grow up and fight bad guys and protect the city and...
Slow down.
Oh my god.
Slow down.
Listen, we need to boot the child.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
you're
Jetstorm
excited, but-
2.0.
How much do you... Okay.
This kid is way younger than Jetstorm.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna try to be an empath here. Say, kid, why is it that you so badly want to be one?
Because Lancers are, like, cool, and they're heroes, and everyone looks up to them.
Well, I'm glad you think so highly of us, but are you sure that's what you would want? Maybe you could do something else. And
No, I want to be a
well,
Lancer. I want to pilot a big robot with a big gun and blow up bad guys and protect people.
Blow up? You said blow up? Oh, now you're talking my language, kid. Now let's talk about explosions.
I love explosions. I've never seen one, but I love them.
Well,
Okay, hang on. We're going to take this.
Oh
child
wait,
with
that's
us
not
next
true.
round.
I've seen explosions outside the city before. Hey, do you
That
guys
was
know?
like-
This-
Hey, do you guys know about the tunnels?
the
the tunnels.
Yeah, there's tunnels underneath Evergreen.
So
Well,
I'm not
what-
there. I'm probably again in my cockpit, probably like altering code in my mech, probably trying to figure out how to install HorrorOS 1.0. But I'm watching this.
Alright, well, Rook turns on a radio so that a one-way radio so that Babushka can at least listen in to what's being said, because now he feels it's something they might
Oh
want
no,
to hear.
I already have, like, it's a mech. These things are filled with fucking cameras and microphones.
Okay. Never mind
Yeah.
then.
I'm constantly
Anyways,
watching
we'll
you.
kidnap this
You
child.
have no
Anyway.
secrets, Rook.
Anyways, I'm just gonna kidnap the child.
So yeah, you guys know
Alright.
about the tunnels underneath the city, right?
Of course we do,
no.
but why don't
No,
you
we didn't.
remind us about them?
So they're tunnels. They look like they were dug by something. They're not like man-made or anything. They're just in the earth. Tunnels. But they don't go anywhere. They just run into a dead end. I was like running around, pretending I was a lancer, going push 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 push, and I found this little hole that was underneath a shed somewhere, and it led into this big dark tunnel. So of course I went down there and I followed it, and it led to a dead end. And then I followed it the other way, and it went to another dead end.
Well, I want to appear out of nowhere.
Rook is starting to grow more and more concerned for this child's ability to survive in this world.
It didn't appear out of nowhere. I guess it's just been there the whole time.
Okay, anyways, we need to throw grenades down now.
Okay.
So, like, Babushka is gonna lean over and, like, child, show us these tunnels. You have my curiosity.
Okay.
If you want to impress us, why don't you show us? Just make sure we lead in front, just in case, okay? And
Okay.
hey, hey, I'll let you ride with me in my Lancer if you do.
No, they're coming with me. They're going to see
I
explosions
get to
up
ride
front.
in a real
So-
Lancer mech?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go! Let's go to the tunnels
Got-
right
Come on,
now!
Rook,
Can
I
we go
lean
right
over to
now?
the kid.
Please!
I don't
Rook
pick up the
pulls
child.
Jess aside real quick. Jess, I'm a sniper. They're safer with me.
Fuck you. I want them to see explosions. It'll be fun. That could
Actually,
be a mini
explosions
movie.
out of my
I'd be
mech too.
safest with me.
I think it's safest with me. Listen, I'm the one with the explosions.
Okay, actually, Neri, I wish to interact with the kid.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
You
Ah,
interact with Sean?
Yes. So you want to be a
Please.
sniper, yes? Or, sorry, not a sniper, a lancer.
Yeah, I want to be a Lancer.
Yeah? I wanted to be a lancer too, when I was a kid.
But now you are one.
Yeah. I think my mind changed though when I watched 120 millimeter rocket or 120 millimeter shell rip my friend in half and leave nothing but the top of his torso.
Whoa.
You do not want to be a lancer, kid.
Yes, you do.
All you do is see people die.
And explosions.
But you fight bad guys and you protect people too.
But we also lose many.
I got news for you, kid.
The balancing act.
We work for the highest bidder. Most of the time, we are the bad guys.
Wait, so you're not attacking Evergreen? You're the ones protecting us from the bad guys.
Who says
We got
Evergreen's
paid.
the good guys?
But I live here. How can this be the bad guy place?
Trust me, kid. You'll learn someday that you were part of the bad guys all along. But
There's
please,
What?
Stop
I'm not
it.
a bad
Show us
guy. I
these-
never hurt any innocent
Babushka.
people.
Babushka, stop.
God
You know-
damn.
you
I
know
am
as
trying
much
to
as
do
this
what
kid
you
wants.
failed to do.
Oh.
I'm trying to save this kid a life of heartache. A little heartache now will save them hundreds of years later.
That's just
I
gonna
get
make
that,
them
but
want
there's a
to
way
go
of going
fucking
about
harder.
it.
Yeah, like by scaring the shit out of the kid. You see
don't have
this man
grandkids,
named
do
Rook.
you?
A man like Rook killed my best friend.
What?
He has a big gun. It is probably about 120 millimeters.
No, that's an old model. It's bigger than 120 millimeters.
Oh, yes, I think you're right. I think the newest model of the GMS sniper rifle is actually 144 millimeters. Yeah, you are right, child.
That one's
Rook
bigger
merely
than
glares
that
at
one.
Babushka.
That one's bigger than 144 millimeters. It's like a 175.
Oh, if that hit my friend, there would have been nothing left.
I don't know why GMS stopped using the bigger guns. Isn't 175 bigger than 144? And you just hear Caster Fielding say, accuracy, better ballistic flight characteristics.
So I actually
That's
am
why
like
you
trying to
use
scare
Ain't
this
you-
kid, Mary.
Ain't you one?
I am trying to like mildly traumatize him to get him the hell away from us after he shows us these.
But
tunnels.
Caster Fielding says, ain't you one of Miss Galloway's school kids? Shouldn't you be in class?
Just skipping class? I'm so proud!
I'm so disappointed.
No.
I am
I'm
ambivalent.
so proud. I never
All I
went
want to do is
school.
save this kid from more from bloodshed.
I
It
never
seems
went to
like
school.
Rook and Babushka both want to help the kid, but their ways of going about it are very different.
And over the and afterwards you hear a middle-aged woman outside the hangar shout, "Sean, you get it back over here right now, young man!" And he says, "Eep! I'll show you guys the
Okay,
tunnels
bye.
later, okay? I gotta outrun Miss Galloway. Bye!"
Hey, run! Run,
Grab him.
child! Run! Don't let the bitch catch you!
And you see and you watch as the kid is getting chased by the school teacher.
Babushka, should we help catch the kid, or...
Nah, it's not my problem.
Well, it sure as hell feels like my problem.
That's
Especially
because
with
you
the
do
kids
not know
that
how to
lost
mind
their
your own
house.
business, Rook. It's a skill that you need to learn.
Well, maybe you need to learn how to mind your own as well, because
Right,
you
I will
did was
do
scare
just
that
that. I'm
kid.
walking away.
Oh my god.
Listen, don't let just on your kids teach them how to do explosions.
Rook's plan was to bring the kid along, but keep the kid somewhere safe, because Rook's theory was showing the kid from the cockpit how scary the thing can get would be the best way to scare them.
Nah, you
No.
don't really get to be scared of being a Lancer pilot until you see the travesty of what this does to you and your loved ones.
Listen, the idea was for Jess to bring in the kid to her cockpit and then let them see all the cool explosions.
My god. I love how everybody's got different ideas. So, you did learn a valuable bit of info.
About tunnels.
Old tunnels underneath Evergreen. Could the kid be telling the truth? Maybe, maybe not. You'll have to wait until he's not being hoisted from the back of his collar by a very
No, we
angry
aren't.
school teacher.
No, we aren't. Kid has a cell phone or the equivalent of it in this setting, right?
It's probably going to be confiscated while he's in detention.
But he has it on his person right now, correct?
It's actually on the teacher's person right now.
Okay, well the
shit.
teacher is over here. I wouldn't know it was his. Okay, fine, I'll stop. I was gonna collect his location history from his portable phone.
Yeah.
Damn it, Neri. Trying
Maybe,
to
maybe later.
save your kid from suffering.
Listen,
No,
listen,
let him suffer.
listen. He needs to take his education more seriously.
No, you do not.
Yes, he does.
No!
Yes.
Listen, all you have to do in life is make a bomb and then blow things up. And then get money for it.
How's that served you in real life, Jess?
Jess, that's the reason why you've made less money than the rest of us.
Isn't that also
sure, it's not...
Jess? Isn't that also how you wound up in prison?
No damn comment.
I was expecting Jess to say it was this fucking 20 questions.
So, you all get another ping from Patience. Patience would like to meet with everybody. Patience wants to know what happened over to the south. So
I
it's
sent him an automated message saying, thank you for contacting Mirror Smoke Mercenary Team number 307. We're unavailable right now, but if you want to talk to us, please contact, what's Gundega's full name? Gundega last
Tuzio.
name. Please contact Gundega Uzio as she represents, she is the head of our, platoon. Thank you, and have a nice day.
You see Gundega groan and is like, I guess I better go deal with that.
Alright, listen, let me do the talking, okay? I'll tell him the whole truth, okay?
Oh, god damn it, are you gonna make me play Gundega again?
You don't have to. I was
kinda want to.
Okay. I was gonna have Patience talk to Gundega off screen, but if you want to be Gundega again, then...
Oh, no, fine. Michelle will tag along with, we'll pretend that Gundega ordered Michelle to tag along.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come along too, just for support.
Alright. So,
I should stop
Rook's
being an
going
asshole to
to be-
NPCs.
Rook's going to be busy studying some of the new stuff he got.
uh-huh.
So he's out of this
So-
part.
Oh, I would like to do that, but no, I have to take care of responsibilities. Now, Rook, you're coming with us.
What?
You're coming with us. We're gonna be
No.
dragging you kicking and screaming. Yes.
Yep,
You're all
coming
going.
with us.
You're all going. So,
Damn it.
you all,
Player agency isn't respected here. Welcome to the railroad.
So, you all head to the governor's farm. You head into, like, the big main building built atop the server farm. And, as you walk in, you just see Adana G, who is, sitting next to the desk and is like, Patience will be with you shortly. Just give me a moment to power up his hard lights. Oh, not his. Just give me a moment to power up their hard light systems.
Okay, guys, listen. Just let me do the talking, okay? Everything will be just fine. Yes, let me do the talking, okay?
No.
I will let you start the
trust me.
talking. This sounds amusing.
As
Okay.
Patience's hard light frame flickers on, he hears, greetings, Lancers. It is my understanding that there was something of a conflict or crisis out near the southern Grey Towns. I would like to
That
be...
is true.
I would like to be appraised of the situation. I'm
Okay,
glad
so
to
what
see you
happened
all.
was-
I am glad to see you all safe.
Okay, so what happened was the old woman had a senior moment and forgot where she was and wandered onto a farm.
I believe I would let Miss Kaspersky confirm this for herself, as it would seem, although I am not familiar with the details, that her quick thinking may have saved lives. Is this correct?
It got the situation under control, duh.
I understand. And was it once again our suspected pirate adversaries? Once
No.
again raiding the Grey Towns? Interesting.
From what we could gather, it was decommissioned units that booted back up. I specifically avoid the term SecCom.
Decommissioned. How odd. Could you please elaborate?
Decommissioned. They were not operational.
If it was merely decommissioned units, then how was such a large force able to be mustered to warrant such explosive force?
It was two decommissioned units that managed to hack the local subalterns.
I see. That is incredibly concerning. We, here at Landmark Colonial, must take steps to safeguard ourselves from electronic offense, from bad actors.
That is typically a good idea.
I trust that if such a frame, or even if decommissioned, were able to infect being that panicky, shy, quiet, clearly very, very neurospicy kid that you shared a cell with.
Oh, this Fucking asshole. Yeah, I remember him. He was all finicky. Was easy to fucking kick over.
She.
She. The. Oh, wait, which one? Hang on, my headphones fucking up.
It's a girl
Alright,
character.
sorry, I don't see it yet. But yeah, she.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Oh,
remember this bitch.
do you want me to share the picture?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
All right.
Sorry.
That's a design.
Oh my god, that bitch is still alive. I thought she died. God damn.
Last
God,
you
she looks so.
saw, she was actually nice to you, but she was very impulsive, very panicky, and prison was not kind to her. She spent a lot of her time having like emotional breakdowns and freakouts, and as when you last saw her, she was being dragged off by Smith Shimano suits and taken somewhere, transferred somewhere else.
God damn, I haven't seen that bitch in years. Wonder how she's doing. God.
Ms. Laurent is, despite not sharing Ms. Babushka's, Miss Kaspersky's experience, is nevertheless a highly specialized technician relating to both drones, electronic signatures, mainframes, hardware and software, and even Demosians and NHPs. And of
That
course,
could be used.
Ms. Kaspersky, I believe that you may already be familiar with the team leader as well. And he pulls up an image of an older man, with a bit grizzled, some scars on his face, big brown handlebar mustache with a little gray turning salt and pepper.
where's the picture?
You remember this guy as you
Neri, out of character lesson time. Air gap is when you take a computer or a server and you completely disconnect it from the internet.
I see. I do routinely air gap as part of my scheduled cycling maintenance, which I believe...
We are under wartime. Might I suggest, just as a precaution, you do it a little old school for a while. Like, I would send, like... I don't know. I don't know what Lancer cybersecurity protocols are, but basically, a rogue in HP is not unheard of. Like, okay, I wasn't entirely honest with you. You know, lie through a mission type thing? Let me retract here. We're dealing with decommissioned STATCOM units.
That is concerning. Extremely so. However, as a SECCOM unit, it would be more than 500 years out of date. And
let me tell you something you may not know from... When were you created?
at the landmark colonial Sidewalk J2...
I said when.
The landmark colonial Sidewalk J2 NHP line was first established approximately 150 years ago, along with the founding of the company Landmark Colonial under Smith Shimano.
So, and just out of character real quick, Neri, this was still after the Raw incident, right? Or was this before the Raw
This was
incident?
after the Raw incident, well after.
Okay, cool. Okay. So, I don't know if you understand. The stuff SECCOM had makes our toys look like child's play.
Indeed.
Where
Many,
we are...
Hercynia is unfortunately awash with the scars of SECCOM's heinous crimes. Many of these machines are no longer legal.
Shut up, robot. If somebody were to... Also, I'm sorry, that was a little rude. This is all in character now. This is out of character. If some rogue in HP were to able to hijack you, it would mean a lot of dead people.
That is what we are striving to prevent, Miss Kaspersky.
What I'm suggesting to strive further towards that goal.
I shall arrange my cycling process earlier than normal. In the meantime, as I am undergoing cycling, Edena G shall serve as acting governor.
Sounds good.
So we're moving the time frame up then. I see. In this manner of months should be an ideal time for cycling.
I will leave you to it then.
Very well. Please do relax. With the situation around Evergreen Stable, you have certainly earned it. Once again, on behalf of Landmark Colonial, I thank you for your service to our colony. and Patience's NHP hard light flickers off, and you're just left in the room with Adana G, who just starts poring over files and just kind of doesn't even acknowledge you or say goodbye as you walk out. Woman's just all business.
Are we sure she isn't the real NHP?
She's
I don't
human.
know.
She's human. She's just.
Are you sure?
She's just.
I don't know. Something about her.
She's
Something
a.
about her don't. Right.
She's a suit. Okay, she's a fucking suit.
Yeah, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew something. I knew it. Like something about
By
her.
a suit,
We're
I
joking.
mean.
We're joking.
By a suit, I mean she's a company woman. She's a company representative.
Yeah,
no,
see, I don't
get that.
like
I'm
her.
just joking around. We're joking around.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, I
the
don't like her.
aide to Patience.
There is no joking. This is super serious. We need to put on our serious face.
So,
No.
so Lancers.
So I'm gonna step out of that office.
Mhm.
Same.
I'll wait till we get out of the building. I will sigh and I'm like, I fucking hate that thing.
Gundega, kind of sighs next to you and says, "Never thought I'd find myself agreeing with you, Babushka. I do not trust that fucking tin can."
I don't trust anything from corporate.
One moment. Nary,
What's up?
one of my roommates wants to know if I can fire into the darkness with magic missile.
Tell them yes, but only on a red moon.
Yes, but only on a red moon. I'm not sure what that means.
It's the wrong game. I know what is that. I know what that reference is. I'm getting drunk now. Are there any girls at the tavern? I got an ogre slaying knife. It's got a +9 against ogres. You're not there. You're at the tavern.
What the fuck?
Retro, we are making a ton of dumbass references. I mean, mine was more of just an extra level of completely new dumbassery, unless I actually made a reference and had no idea, but still.
Listen, it's wizard time, motherfuckers. Fireball.
God. All right. So
I cast Magic Pipe of Pain!
Fuck.
y'all exit the y'all
No,
exit
could you imagine?
the office.
Could you imagine if Rook, Babushka, and Jess actually said all that to each other?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hold on. Because I am going to let you in on your downtime activities.
Finally.
Yeah.
About time.
Yeah, we just had a couple of scenes to get through to set up, like, story info and stuff. And so, you get 2 downtime actions as your mechs are undergoing full repairs. So that means you get all your mech HP and all your structures and reactor stress back. Your stress points back. Everything, HP, structure points, stress points, they're all full. And while this is happening, you get a bunch of downtime actions. You get to do 2 of them, and the time frame for this is flexible. It could last anywhere from a few days to a few weeks. I'll run off a bunch of them. There's power at a cost. That's when you're trying to get your hands on something. And you can definitely get it, but depending on the outlandishness of the request, there might be complications, thus power at a cost. You can gather information. You poke your nose around, perhaps where it doesn't belong, and investigate something. Research, follow up on a mystery, or keep an eye on something. And that's what gather information is. You can get a damn drink at the bottom of the well and have some R&R down the well. You can get creative, where you tweak something or try to make something new, modify a piece of hardware or a piece of software, do some engineering or coding.
Well, just make sure whatever you get creative with isn't green.
God damn it.
What?
Wait, Retro, do you not know the reference I just made?
No,
It's to
wow.
a horrifying
What the fuck is it?
video when you get focused.
I'll show you it tomorrow. I'll show you it
No,
tomorrow.
Can I finish, please? You can get
Yeah.
focused, which means you focus on increasing your own skills, training, and self-improvement. You could learn or improve a new skill. You can get connected, where you make connections, call in favors, or ask for help. You can scrounge and barter, where you basically go shopping. And another one that's unique to No Room for a Wallflower, you can dig up the past, where you can pick apart the wreckage of old Hercynian Crisis ships and mechs around Evergreen for useful gear and parts. Because there's a lot of old weaponry on Hercynia, including around Evergreen, and with a little bit of spit and polish, you could maybe salvage something workable. Maybe even an entire mech, an entirely new mech.
Okay, I won't do that.
I will join Jess to make sure she doesn't cut her hand and bleed out.
I will not bleed out. Thank you very much.
I don't trust you.
The worst thing that might happen is that the city blows up. That's the worst.
All the more reason for me to follow.
Wouldn't that
No,
mean we get blown up too?
So you're both going to do, for your downtime actions, dig up the past?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to make a new clock for you, because we're going to keep track of this with clocks.
Listen, I want weapons.
Dig up the past. And give it 6 pips. Save and close. And I'll show this to players. Currently, it is at 0. I will need you to make a roll for a success.
Okay, what do I roll?
It could be investigate, could be spot, one of those. And on a 9 or less, I fill in 1 segment. On a 10 or a 19, I fill in 2 segments. And on a 20, I fill in 3 segments if you crit. And
okay,
but
investigate.
But if you roll an 8 or lower, it counts as a failure.
Okay, I'm gonna investigate. Which one do I roll?
Should be under your skills on your sheet. Let me pull it up. Jess. Under narrative. Oh, wait. Just roll me a d20 on the chat window. And Rook, you can actually assist in this if you want. I'll let you get a roll, too. 16. Okay. That is 2 pips.
I think Jess is making up for Rook.
Rook is not really investigating. You're just going with to make sure that Jess stays out of trouble. All right, so
Me,
Sorry, that was an
trouble.
accident.
Okay. So, hold on.
I would never be in trouble, thank you very much.
So you rolled
You're always in trouble.
Hold on, let me go back.
Fuck
So you rolled a
you.
16. That is
Uh-huh.
2 pips filled in that I'm going to show to you. What you find is it's a bunch of scrap from an old GMS frame that was used to basically in the final days of the extermination campaign, the TBK on Hercynia. It's parts of a mech, not a full mech. But it is, however, useful salvage. What you get is 2 uses of salvage where, while resting, you can use to repair your mech during a rest or quick repair, restoring your mech to full HP.
Oh yeah.
And you get 2 uses of that.
Fuck yeah.
There's also
Alright.
R&R at the well. Oh, yeah. Sometimes at the bottom of the well, there's also just fun stuff where, you can socialize. They sometimes have movie nights and karaoke nights and drinking contests at the bottom of the well. But yeah, I forgot to mention that part. Anyway, as you're returning with your salvage, you are approached by a middle-aged woman. She's got kind of reddish brown hair, kind of auburn hair, and glasses. And she approaches you, Jess, and says, "Pardon me, Lancer. I know you're busy, and I'm very sorry to trouble you, but I'd like a moment of your time, please."
Sure. Here, Rook, take my shit to my mech.
What?
Yes.
Damn it.
Oh, no. I would make
Unfortunately
a
for Rook,
request
he
of
is
both...
too nice for his own good.
Oh, no. If you could, I would like to make a request of both you and your colleague, if that's quite all right. I am...
Well, I don't know if he's...
My name is Dr. Iku Maricado. I'm a biologist who is studying the life of the extinct egregorians that once inhabited this planet. If you could, while you're out searching, find me any fossil samples of egregorians, it would greatly help my research.
Before we agree to this, what would you do with such information?
Study it. To further our understanding of these creatures that were so cruelly exterminated by the Second Committee.
All right. I'll think on it.
I'll do it.
Can I do a perception or whatever it is check to make sure she isn't hiding anything?
You can give me an investigation check, yeah.
All right. So that's 15.
She's actually pretty honest. She actually seems, like she's pretty stone-faced, got, like, a resting, annoyed librarian face. But you can see that she, really wants to learn more about the egregorians.
Alright, I'll do it. Hell yeah.
Same here.
She seems on the level.
Alright, then Rook will trust her.
I'll do it better than Rook, though.
It's not a competition to find fossils.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Listen, I'm the one with the explosions. What do you got? A sniper?
Please do not, explode any fossilized remains. Fossils are actually quite delicate and difficult to handle.
Oh, trust me.
Do you have any recommendations for how we should transport them to you, then?
If you could, ping their location, I could dispatch specialized subaltern frames that I've customized to acquire fossils and transport them safely to my lab.
All right then.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Rook offers his call sign and whatnot, so that so they can communicate with each other if necessary.
Just push him out away and does the same.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rook and Miss Jetstorm. I do really look forward to hearing with you. Researching the Egregorians, it's something of my life's work. We still know so little about them.
Understandable.
It's truly a shame what was done to them. Part of me wishes...
Agreed. Just be careful, because not everyone would agree with you.
I understand. She walks off, seeming a little excited. Even though she's still got the resting, annoyed librarian face, you can tell she's got a little bit of a spring in her step.
Just punches his, Rook's shoulder like, hey, let me do the talking. You're the fucking helper, not me. Understand me?
Fine.
What is...
Alright, that's good.
What is Babushka doing with her downtime?
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Real quick. So there was power at all costs. Could you elaborate on that?
That is power at a cost.
Okay.
Power at a cost is you're trying to get your hands on something. You can get it, but with a complication.
So I want to find something out about Calypso. What would you consider that? Like looking into researching Calypso and what I can find out about her?
I feel like that would be gather information.
Then that's what I'll do.
Oh, wait, gather information. Okay, so... So you're researching Calypso. How are you going about gathering information on Calypso?
Okay. And then, sorry, I'm really bad with names. What's the name of the company that took in the planet? Took over the planet?
Landmark Colonial?
Do they have any research institutes or like a listening post that might have been looking for like strange radio signals or anything?
They do have the Omni node, which is up on the mountain, the closest mountain that you can see.
I'm gonna go give the Omni node a visit.
All right. So as you can see, there is a permanent militia garrison by the Omni node, but they recognize you. You're a friend to them. They let you in.
Okay. I nod respectfully to each of them.
Yeah, you can see that it looks like on guard duty this time is Yes Ma'am, who you've encountered before, and Fire Hose, as you've learned his name is, Mr. Sunglasses.
Okay. I don't spend a lot of time. I just respectfully acknowledge them and then head inside.
All right. And
so I guess my question is am I like a what's the word I'm looking for here? Am I considered basically to be a special investigator, and thus I could basically ask for whatever I damn well want?
So Firehose in particular does enter the room with you, And
Okay.
but he does show you where to use the terminal. It's like, it's right here, Lancer.
Thank you, fire hose?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, do you have a real name?
Zeb Markowski. Nickname's Firehose, because I used to be a volunteer firefighter before I was a militia. And
I
yes,
thought
ma'am. Yes, ma'am leans in, and it's like, also, because of the piss incident. Hey, you shut up, Erickson!
Okay. You two, run along now. I need some private time.
If you say so, I'll be just outside.
Alrighty, Neri. So how long do each of these downtime events take?
Time is flexible. This, I'd say, would take like a few hours at most.
How about a day or two?
Sure. It can take a few
So
days.
here's what I want to do. I want to collect all of the data that the Omni Node has picked up over the entire time the company's been here. I'm looking for any sort of strange communications, any sort of like anything that seems like it's something out of the ordinary, something very advanced, and isn't possibly connected to a landmark colonial bullshit.
You can certainly find that.
So I'm
me-
probably spending at least a couple days. I'm gonna use like I'm gonna use like some kind of program to like search for this for me.
Okay, so give me either a hacker fix or an investigation.
Well, if you're gonna let me use Hacker Fix, I get a +4 in that.
Yeah.
So I'll do that. Feel like this would be an investigate roll though.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're gonna let me have Hacker Fix, I'm gonna take Hacker Fix.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh. Is there any sort of rerolls in this system?
Well, you're doing it for a couple days, so you're spending a couple days on this, so I'll let you get one reroll. After that,
Okay.
I'll just consider it a failure.
Oh.
19.
Okay, that's supposed to be plus... Yeah, I was gonna say, it's supposed to be +4.
So, there is actually a surprising amount of traffic unconnected to Landmark Colonial. Again, there's some patchy traffic on that seems to be coming from the Rangers because they speak that old, out-of-date Galcom dialect. And that seems to be the main focus of what the OmniNet is monitoring. But what more you're looking for actually isn't even on the same continent as Evergreen. It's over in that a region that is known as St. Tellis. And in fact, Union has St. Tellis marked as a rogue state and also a illegal settlement. It is not authorized by any colonial project. But you can tell that there's a lot of people over there, and also some transmissions, advanced transmissions coming from there, that seem to resemble Calypso's.
2 more questions. Can I get satellite imagery of St. Testis?
St. Tellis.
Can I get St. Tellis? Tellis? Is it Tellis?
Yeah.
Can I get
Saint Tellus. Saint Tellis.
Okay, so St. Tellis. Would it be possible to get satellite imagery of that location? Is that something I have access to? Or could get access to?
I mean, you would have seen St. Tellis from space when coming in, so I'd say Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, but I'm talking like spy satellites. I'm talking
Oh,
like...
no. Evergreen does not have anything that advanced.
Is there any other people in the area?
Just the Greytowners and, just the Greytowners and the, Rangers.
And we don't have a larger mirror smoke ship in orbit, right?
Nope.
Damn.
There's actually
Um,
way more people in St. Tellis than there are in the region where you live, but Union also classifies it as a rogue state.
What's the name of the old man?
Castor Fielding?
I'll give him a call.
Okay, so you ring up Castor Fielding, and you
Yes, I
hear... Yup, Mrs. Fielding.
This is Kaspersky. How is the repairs coming along?
This is some scary code you just downloaded. Where the hell did you even find this?
It's complicated. I suggest you not look at the code. I would just stick to superficial damage. I will handle the code.
Don't need to tell me twice. This thing's gonna haunt my nightmares, I'll tell you what.
Oh, I can relate, friend. A question.
Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot of buzz about this St. Tellis. What can you tell me about them?
Oh, that place? Huh. There's like a big country over there. Of course, they're all a bunch of religious nutcases.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't play nice with they don't really play nice with Union over there.
What religion?
It's in the name. Church of St. Tellis. Sorta old pre-fall Catholic mumbo jumbo.
Is there anywhere I can get more information on these people?
What do you want with
Preferably not.
St. Tellis? I tell you what, you'd best steer clear of those nutheads.
I will steer clear or closer to where I've deemed necessary. And right now, you'll know, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I want to know more about these people.
Well, only good thing I can say about St. Tellis is they ain't bothering us all the way over here, and I'd like it to stay that way. Yep.
Is there anyone who you would maybe call like an expert on these Tellis folks? in the
Well,
area?
that'd be my friend Bolt Fitzgerald, also
Bolt
one of the engineers here. Used to be a militia back in the day. One part of the crew that made first contact with the Telesians. Did not go well, let me tell you what.
Oh, yes. I would like to talk to this friend of yours. Can you give me his number?
Don't think he keeps an omnicord phone. But you can always find him up on the mountains looking through his telescope. Damn fool's convinced that something's still up there.
Ah, funny. I am on said mountain right now. Maybe I will pay him visit. Thank you. You have been... You have been more than useful. You have been comrade. I will talk to you later.
Yep. Stay safe, y'all.
I'll try. Hang up.
Alright, so you're gonna go see Bolt Fitzgerald?
Can I do it as part of the same action?
Sure.
Sure, then let's do it.
It's part of the whole scene you're gonna be doing.
Okay. Yeah. Like, we'll assume this guy's like maybe a mile or two away, and I just drive a jeep over there.
Mm-hmm. Here he is. And once again, he's in a clearing at the wooden mountain, looking through his telescope at the sky, and he's like,
Where are you? I know you're up there.
Who is up there?
and he just sort of wheels around and is like,
Who's asking?
You maybe stare at the sky too much. You should pay more attention to your surroundings.
Well, you're one
I
of them.
am Michel Kaspersky, Lancer hired to investigate the recent conflicts.
Oh, is that right?
I do extend a hand for a shake.
he takes it.
So while you landed here, you must have seen that there's a lot of orbital debris floating Hercynia, or even a derelict space station or two.
There it was a rocky ride.
Here's the thing, though. I don't think all that old SETCOM junk from the era of the TBK, I don't think all of it is quite so derelict. I seen lights up there. There's something. There's something functional, I tell you.
Friend, I feel we have much to talk about. Let me pour you a drink.
Oh, well, if you're buying, I'd be happy to continue this conversation down at the bottom of the well.
No, I think we should have it here. And I pull out a flask and a couple shot glasses. I keep in my mech.
Well, that's awfully kind of you.
No, not kindness, necessity.
So you
why do
see-
you believe that SETCOM tech is still running amok? Also, if you want to pivot back to JStorm and Rook, that is a-okay, because I am taking...
Oh, I'm good. I'm fine right now.
Okay.
We'll do that in a bit.
You ain't seen the lights up there?
Oh, I've seen more than lights, friend. I just want to hear your side of the story. By the way, this whole time I'm playing with my own pocket knife, which feels like a very babushka thing to do.
So in the days of the TBK, SETCOM put all these orbital bombardment stations, a whole ring of them all around the planet. Vaporized everything, turned the whole world into a wasteland. I mean, you've seen some of the craters, and you've seen some of the wrecks.
I've read the history books.
But they ain't all wrecks. There's one or two up there that still function. And I'm gonna prove it.
Oh, yeah. Well... do you have any substantial evidence? Anything that you can, give me? Maybe I can help you with this investigation.
Nothing yet.
But he pats his telescope.
But I'm gonna find some. You mark my words.
I toss him another, well, not yet. I'm like, okay. Can I ask you about something else?
Sure thing.
So, I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names, Nary. What was the mechanic's name?
Caster Fielding.
Yes, Fielding, our mechanic Fielding. He says you're something of an expert on, what were they named? St. Tellus?
He kind of stops and is like,
Why do you want to know about St. Tellus?
I am a lancer who has been hired to protect and eliminate any threats to landmark, colonial, whatever much you call it. It behooves me to know about the locals, particularly if they are a threat.
Well, Saint Tellus ain't exactly local here. Luckily.
Please
They were in the
elaborate.
area for a while back when we set up shop some 30 years ago, and did not take very kindly to our presence.
Were they here first?
No, yeah, illegally.
Illegally.
Had some sort of...
Because
They
union
were
law
fighting.
or
They were fighting someone else too, but some sort of slave trading operation. Them St. Tellins. There was a St. Tellins doing the slaving, I mean. So, of course they had to go. One of them killed my buddy.
St. Tellus is our slavers?
Oh, they were here. I don't know what they're doing all the way across the ocean, and quite frankly, I'd prefer they stay over there.
Okay, so again, Neri, to clarify, the Talisians or whatever they're called, they are not slavers. They were fighting slavers?
He's saying they were.
Okay. Do you know anything about their culture? Anything related to technology?
Oh, yeah. Lot of them wear fucking mistletoes around their necks.
Mistletoes.
Yeah. Like them old pre-fall Christian holidays. Here some of them even put big rings of mistletoe round the heads of their mechs. Gives them a very distinctive look. Thankfully, we never fought any of their mechs. That little people snatcher squadron they had running around these parts, just infantry with a couple of APCs.
Oh.
Had to shoot a snapdragon into them.
Well, thank you. And as Babushka gets ready to leave, she pours a bit more vodka into his glass for the road, and she lifts the flask up and kind of taps it.
Best of luck to you, Lancer.
Thank you. Okay. I feel like that is plenty for one scene if you want to, make anything else another downtime moment.
Well, actually, in between downtime moments, we're going to hear, the gates opening as some new arrivals come in, and it is not who you were told to expect. Let's see, where is he? Oh, did I not? God dang it. I forgot to make a token for this guy. Give me a sec.
How dare you?
Will take just a second.
1 million. 2 million.
3 million.
There we go. So
4 million.
you all see as they actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. I zoned out
guy?
so hard recently. I was watching dog videos. What the fuck did I miss?
Well, you can see that
A man smoking.
this guy, he's carrying a rifle and a rucksack with a group of guys who are also carrying various weaponry. and gear, and he's got a badge on his coat that says Merricktown Regiment of Foot. And you would know that Merricktown is the largest of the gray towns, the settlements that are outside of Landmark Colonial's jurisdiction.
Wonder why he's here.
Wait, where's
we
this
blow him
guy?
up.
This is an evergreen.
Okay.
How about we blow him up?
No,
Let's blow him up.
Jess,
Yeah.
let's not blow. No, let's
Yes.
try to figure out why they're
Like-
here.
No, we blow him up.
No.
Then we ask corpse questions.
I'll shoot you, Jess. I'm serious.
I'll blow you up.
So, how do you go about finding who these guys are? This guy's just like much like Castor Fielding. This guy also seems to be a smoker. You can see he's got a cigarette in his mouth. How do you go about? You can tell they're from Merricktown.
I assume I'm probably on the mountain when this is happening, right?
If you want to be.
Okay, wait. Where is Rook here? Is he near them?
Yeah, Rook is near them.
Rook
Are
just
they
decides
arriving
to.
right when I'm or are they arriving right when I'm leaving or getting back?
They can
Yeah.
be arriving right when you're getting back.
Okay.
Oh, can I have Rook say something to them?
Sure. What do you say?
Yo.
Well, howdy there.
Where you come from? You new here as well?
No. Name's Davenrish. Stephen Davenrish. Merricktown Regiment of Foot.
Oh, what's the Merricktown Regiment of Foot doing here?
Well, no doubt you noticed that these evergreen militia types are a little green around the gills. Me and my buddies are here to whip 'em into shape, so to speak.
So you're here to help train them, or
That's the idea.
neat?
Rook, why did you say you want to kill him?
You know,
Huh? Why'd you want to say blow him up?
you them fancy schmancy lancers with your big armored cavalry frames. Ones everyone's
Oh, we
talking
also
about.
got a woman.
Yeah.
Well, we got an old woman.
What about it? I mean, we're not all of them. We're just two of the. What was it? 6?
Yeah, 6.
We're just 2 of the 6. I guess we're 1 in 3. You could say. Why? Why'd you ask?
Hope you don't forget it. Y'all may get the glory, but it's we foot sloggers that get the blood and the heavy lifting.
Oh, trust me,
Uh-huh.
I'm more than aware.
Sure.
Honestly, I'm
old
glad
man,
to have you
sure.
here to help train the Evergreen Militia.
Just hope
Brooke right now is just trying
hope
to keep the peace.
Just hope D'Angelo won't be too hard on the pups. He's got a bit of a hair trigger temper. Know what I mean? If you know what I mean, yeah.
We have someone like that in our own group.
Shut the fuck up. Shut
I
your
didn't
ass
mean
up.
you. I didn't mean you, Jess. I did not mean you.
Uh-huh. Likely story.
Oh no, I meant. Never mind. They're not here. It's not a
Ow.
problem.
I did want to thank y'all for getting Mrs. Chow out of that tight spot. We Greytowners kind of look out for each other, 'cause it's not like Landmark will.
Oh.
Well, it was all my idea anyways.
Well, you're a smart pup, ain't you?
He ain't that smart.
Jess and I share a brain cell. Let's put it at that.
Bullshit.
Anyway, go on.
Yeah. Well, normally, of course it's 'cause the militia here is so, overstretched. But
That they need not just mercenaries, but people from other towns covering holes, apparently.
Maybe that's why they don't exactly look out for us Greytowners. We're outside of company jurisdiction, after all. So?
And yet we're all just as expendable as each other.
Sometimes I wonder if Landmark Colonial even looks after their own.
Honestly, doubt it. As long as they could save some money. That's what it seems like all the time, eh?
I knew I liked you, boy. You know better than to trust them corpos.
I mean, who doesn't know that? God damn.
Actually, regarding that, corpos have not told me much about the situation down here. I've heard there's a resistance against the corpos. Could you tell me anything you might know about that? They seem to be on a completely different side from us, but not fully against us.
Oh, you mean those weird little guys in the mountains dressing up like bugs? Assuming
Yes.
they don't know much about them. They kind of steer clear of Merricktown, which is just fine by me. Assume they do that to scare people, dressing up like bugs and all. Lot of people think they're egregorians, but let me tell you right now, that is straight up horse shit.
Rook does take
I'm gonna
notice
run
of
to
the
the
fact that he
restroom,
says
y'all.
that they steer clear of Merricktown. It's strange that he notes that they steer clear of the smaller towns, but only go after Evergreen and any of the places that have more connections to the corporations.
Which is the opposite of what you heard from Patience, as Patience believed that the Greytowners were coming under direct attack by what you now know to be referred to as the Rangers.
Yep. See, being a bit of an
Okay,
empath
so the
is a
robot
good
was
thing.
lying.
You get to learn stuff.
The robot
Maybe
was
it's something
fucking lying.
Rook could teach to Jess.
The robot's hiding something. Fuck you.
Huh. I don't know if...
No, this is out of character. This is out of character of Rook
fuck
thinking.
you.
See, it's me saying. See, this is what happens when you're an empath. Something that maybe Rook could teach to Jess.
I don't know if Rook
and that's how
knows
Keta
what an
fucks you.
empath is yet.
Oh no, he has no idea. All he knows is that he felt nauseous and suddenly his senses are slightly stronger.
You see, I'm gonna have some fun with the empath feat.
Oh god,
God
no.
damn it. She's planning something.
I'm scared.
Oh, good! You should be scared! It's Neri!
How can you
But
not
she's planning something!
How she's
But she's planning fucking something! It's gonna be chaos all around with Neri planning
Neri,
something.
is it possible to wrap this up within 20 minutes or so?
Sure.
All right, because I do have to shower still and then get going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I have stuff going on tomorrow.
Would you have anything left to say to Davonrish?
Oh, so my name's Rook. If you ever need anything, here. Rook gives his contact info to Davonrish as well. Better to have more connections with people who might be telling more honesty than having connections to someone who just pays to lie.
Heh. Well, I better mosey on. Think I hear Danjiro shouting at that poor kid. And you
Good
can
luck.
see that there's like a very large, muscular, angry man who is just screaming in Beeble's face. And you remember Beeble, right? The anxious one? Beeble looks like he's on the verge of tears.
People looks like Varnus. Oh my god.
He does, doesn't he?
He was
He
the...
actually looks.
Well, that kid's dead.
He looks like what would happen if you were to fuse Boimler from Star Trek Lower Decks with Varnus. And I hate it.
He was the one who was convinced that the Rangers were egregorians, if you remember. You've met this kid before.
Yeah.
Like having a near panic attack. Alright. So, if we've got 20 minutes, I guess we've got,
I mean, it could be less if you want.
well... I think I do know how we're gonna wrap up.
Okay.
So, as the Greytowners move in, takes a couple days later, well, yeah, like 1 or 2 days later, this would happen, as, you all hear 2 things. One is you hear engines. These are bigger than, like, you know, the standard shuttle deliveries, which have since removed as you cleared out, the landing bowl. These are of a much bigger ship than even the shuttle that you guys used to live on. And basically these are from a large Corvette-sized vessel. So much bigger than a simple landing, than even a large landing dropship like you guys were living in. It's basically a militarized ship. It doesn't have much more than point defense guns, but it's big, and when you see this thing coming in, it's a lot nicer and fancier than Sydney's old ship that you used to fly in, which has since been turned into a wreck. And you also hear over comms, Evergreen, this is Contingency White. Bleh, bleh. You also hear over comms a kind of, like, older, male, sort of stern, no-nonsense voice. Evergreen, this is Contingency White, requesting landing clearance. And that is where we're going to end.
Aw, damn.
Oh, wait, did you want to roleplay a bit with Contingency White?
A little
I'm
bit, yeah,
good.
not gonna lie, sorry.
All right. So, yeah, this dropship comes in. Patience gives... Well, not a dropship, it's a Corvette. It's a big ship. Corvette gives, as you've learned, Contingency White clearance to land. And, you're actually able to... You see these guys come in, and they're all in, like, sort of Union-ish grays and blues. First of all, there's this guy. There's Eddie Wu, who you were briefed on.
Eddie Wu.
Yeah. An old friend of Michelle's. There's and he's just heading... He doesn't even really he doesn't seem to recognize you or, Rook or any of the other Lancers. Then again, he only really knew Michel, and he hasn't quite seen Michel yet. But he just seems to head straight in the direction of the governor's mansion, accompanied by another guy with, kind of a shark mouth pattern painted on to his hard suit. This guy looks like trouble in human form. He's got kind of a resting warrior face and looks very, very eager to throw down. And you can see he's got, like, a tattoo on his forearm that says Mauler. There's also accompanying them an older man older than even Eddie Wu, with a blue turban, and his hard suit also has a first aid pack on his belt, so he presumably has some form of medical training. The blue turban would identify that this guy is a Sikh, a practicing Sikh, S-I-K-H, which is a major pre-fall religion. After
Does
that,
he have a sword on his person?
he does have a sidearm, but it is not a sword.
He would have a sword on his person.
Oh yeah, I guess he would. He's got
Like,
like
even if it's just like a lapel or something, or like a pin?
I guess he would have like, well, on his turban, he's got the badge that with the two talwars on it.
Okay. I was
You
gonna
can
say,
see-
I know for Sikh, it is, at least from what I've talked with other Sikhs, it is important for men to carry some kind of sword-like apparatus.
Well, yeah, you can see the pin on his turban.
There we go.
Yeah. And he does kind of have like the name on his hard suit, because they've all got like their surnames like on their hard suit. His says Singh, S-I-N-G-H. There's also kind of another sort of stone-faced woman. She's got dreads and looking kind of like a don't mess with me attitude, but not as aggressive and eager to pick a fight as the guy called Mauler seems to be. Her name seems to be Broadstreet, or at least that's what she has on the tag of her hard suit. And finally, kind of skipping along behind them with a big smile on her face, is their specialist, who is much, much younger than the rest of them. She's literally the baby of the group, in a similar age to Jetstorm and Rook, is Anne Laurent, who, upon seeing you, kind of like seeing Jess, and Gundega, her mouth kind of drops, her eyes kind of go wide, and she just starts running over with the speed of a ballistic missile. Jess! Oh my god, Jess!
Fuck it. Jess just catches her and spins around. You fucking old bitch! You're fucking still alive!
What did I do? Why are you yelling at me? Oh my god, I'm so happy to see you! I haven't seen you since prison! How have you been? Oh my god!
Why
I'm
have
Two
fucking
trans girls
me
meeting
too.
each other.
Fucking, I haven't seen you in
I missed you
years.
so
What the fuck
much! Ah!
happened? I missed you too much, too, you fucking bitch! What the fuck happened to you after I left?
Oh, it's a really long story. I'll tell you later over drinks, but
Yes.
I got out of prison for a price.
Uh-huh.
And you see Eddie Wu comes over and says, Laurent, we're on a schedule. Let's keep it
you.
professional and get to work, all right?
Just flips him off. Fuck you! I'm meeting with my old friend.
Well, mean nothing personal by it, kiddo. We just got, apparently one of my old friends is here on this rock too. But,
Is she an old woman?
yeah, seems like she's running with your crew. On behalf of
Oh, she's a
Landmark
bitch.
well, she is that.
Thank
She's-
you, finally someone agrees with me.
Well, it sounds like someone's gonna be listening to more Baby Shark later.
Still, she's a good pilot to have at your back.
Debatable.
Oh no. I've not seen many more tech witches that can do what she does in all my years. Still, we got a job to do here. We can always exchange pleasantries later. Thanks
Someone
for
knows
keeping
where
the...
respect is due.
Hmm?
I said somebody knows where respect is due.
Thanks for
And
Thanks for keeping our colonists safe. We'll be at the governor's mansion, getting briefed. You know, I used to run with Mirror Smoke. Even if this seems like it's gonna be, you know, boring old guard duty, something of a milk run. This'll be my last mission before I retire to one of those fancy IPSN resort worlds.
oh, he's dying.
Yeah, he's dead. He dead. He gonna
Just
die.
way to say, hey, I'm gonna die before the end of this campaign. That is
You
Uh-huh.
don't
literally
know
what this
that.
guy
You
is
don't know
saying.
that. Actually,
Yes, we
I
do.
don't even know that. That largely
Right.
depends on you guys.
What's
it's
worse is
us.
we'll have to kill him.
You don't know that.
Neri, it's us. He's dead already.
Well, I better get to work.
Just think, we're gonna have to kill your friend too.
Fucking hell. Oh no, hell no.
You
Don't
actually
put me on a safe.
don't know that.
No, I don't know that. I'm just making shit up because tropes.
Yeah, he just sort of grabs Anne by the collar and is like, "Let's get moving." Tell
I'll see you
Babushka.
later, and
Tell Babushka Eddie Wu says hi.
fuck you. You can say it yourself.
I will if I see her. Still,
And
business
let's
comes
meet at the
first.
bottom of the well.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Can I go now? Right now? See my old friend, please? No. We're on the job, Laurent. Oh. I'll catch up with you later, okay? Okay, Jess?
Yeah,
I'll tell
okay.
you about everything that's happened. Oh my god, I got so much to
You
tell
better. You fucking better. Alright, but God.
All right, and I'm going to give you another clock.
Question.
automatically
Do we get a second downtime action? I thought we were gonna get two.
We are going to get to, but Varnus said he had to end in 20 minutes.
Okay.
So we'll continue
I'm
with
sorry.
the downtime.
I mean, if one of you wants to control Rook temporarily, he'd probably try to make connections.
About this. You have another clock.
Okay, I'm gonna head out. But yeah, you can still continue going.
I'm
if you-
probably gonna end because 3 is the minimum I'm willing to run for. But I
Alright,
will.
I'm sorry.
Would it be okay if I got another downtime action in?
We'll do that next time. Is that okay?
That's fine. Okie dokie.
Before you go though, I want to show you the new clock.
Marie?
Free.
This
Huh?
is your CRT relationship clock with contingency white. These new pilots from the second team that you've just met. It is
Wait,
filled.
what is it?
Oh. Yeah, CRT relationship. It is your relationship score with contingency white. That's these new pilots. Can you see it?
I do not. No, I don't see it. What am I looking for?
I see it. It's the circle that's like made up
Oh.
of 6 pieces.
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
filled
now
in
I see it,
with
yeah.
3. The reason why it's filled in is because Eddie and Laurent already know you. So you've got 3 spaces left on it to fill in. If you make nice with contingency white, help them out, not get in their way, and just assist them with stuff, maybe even save their life in a situation, that will fill up. If you are mean to contingency white, interfere with their mission, get on their bad side, or even kill one of them, that chart
that clock will go down. If that clock will basically determine if CRT White will be allies or enemies.
We gotta make them allies. We have to. We need, we need the, woman. We need, Anne. We need Anne.
I think the story will tell us whether or not we need them.
I think the story will tell us where they are aligned, if that makes any sense.
Well, if you completely fill it in, they'll be aligned with you guys.
Exactly.
No, what I mean is like where they are aligned morally.
Yeah. Well, you know that there's
Listen, Anne's my favorite
one
already.
really, really, almost overly enthusiastic, bubbly, nice girl with them. There's a bunch of guys who
favorite.
are all business, and then there's just one guy who radiates asshole vibes.
So it's basically just us, but 2.0.
Kind of.
Alright, I'm gonna head out. See y'all around.
See
See
ya.
you around.
See ya.
And anyway, this is where we are going to end for the night, as we will look for someone to raid.
Okay, honestly, Anne's my favorite one out of all of them already.
Anne is a lot. I'm gonna say that right now. She's a lot.
And fucking Sean, I'm only planning to kidnap him and make him a Jess Jr.
Let me
That's
see.
what we need more explosionists.
You heard it here first, folks. Jess wants to kidnap children.
Yep.
You! Fuck you all the time into my little army of Jesses.
Why don't we pay a little visit to Papa Oddly, who is currently playing Final Fantasy XIV. So, everybody, this is where I'm going to be leaving you for the night. We had some nice chill Lancer gameplay for without any explosions or lasers this time. Most unusual for a Lancer game, but we're between combats right now. But I'm going to send you all to the wonderful satanic Pope, Papa Oddly, and I want you all to remember, be good to each other, be good to yourselves, be good to Papa Oddly, and be gay, do crime, and I'll see you all next time.